Hello, this is Kathi Lee, Crafting with Kathi Lee. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. This project today is part 3, I believe, of my Kindness is Free Craft Along with E and Team collab for the Scrapbooking with Me design team. So if you've been watching along, the part 1 I think was when I flipped through and did one of the parts to it. Part 2, I went a little further, and part 3 is where it's all going to come together, hopefully, before the end of this video. So we will be done with this project, and we can move on to some fun other kits and stuff. So this is a Kindness is Free collab. Please read the description of the video, so you will see the list of the other design team members, and also how to find Scrapbooking with Me, both their Etsy shop and their web store. You can use Kathi20 in their web store for 20% off. And also be sure to mention, if you do shop, put a little note in the comments that Kathi Lee sent you. I'd sure appreciate that. So let's go, and I'll try to show it in a way that if you didn't watch the first 2 videos, you won't totally be lost. So we'll set that aside somewhere. Okay, so in the last video, I think I had these started. Maybe I just had this one started. I think I had this one started. Okay, so what I did is I did an accordion fold, these little folios, and I put some tags in here. I might add ribbon to these. I do have some ribbon set aside if I decide I want to add ribbon. And that's a side tuck. That was a bottom folio. There I put a little envelope that I'll stick some sweet things in there probably. Don't know what yet. So that's that first accordion folio. It's going to go there. And that's done. I went through this a little bit closer with all the pretty, beautiful papers she has. And then this was the next one. And the next one, I think this is the one I did off camera. This one has some room for journaling. And again, on these folios, you can use them as a pretty book if you want, where you can look through stuff. And just, this one's main. I didn't put any pockets or anything in this one because I thought this one would have places you could put photos or you could journal. So I left this one kind of blank. And then the back side looks like this. Again, you could probably put some journaling here and maybe somewhere here photos. So there's that one. Did I show you the back of this one? Did I open up this one? I can't remember. Yeah, I opened it up that way, and I opened it up this way. Okay, so that was the first one and the second one, or the second one and the first one. I'm not sure how they're going to go in. And then this one, I think I made afterwards, maybe. I can't quite remember. Oh, I need a little glue right there. I can see that. Little spot I did not get glued correctly. Hopefully my glue isn't dried up. So that's going to squish out too. So I thought I went through and got all my edges, but evidently I did not. So I will go back and do that later. And again, I just put some pretty, this one was printed on the shimmer paper. This nice little pocket. I'll probably put one of the extra tags in there. Loving the pockets. Love these little ones I just have to cut out. That guy's so cute. Just really fun. This one wasn't quite as... What did I do here? Oh, did I give this one an extra little thing? I must have. Nope, there we go. Got confused. Alright, so how this one is like that. Okay, sorry I got confused with all my accordion folds here. Loving all the images. I went through the kit earlier in one of the earlier videos, so you don't really have to see that. So those are the 3 folios. Now let me show you what I came up with to put these in. I'm going to set these guys aside somewhere where I won't lose them. Okay. So what I did is I just used some white cardstock. This is one that I actually had cut out a while back, and thankfully it was big enough. Actually, it's almost the perfect size. I did have to adjust some of it. So this is just a little folio, very basic, a 1/4 inch between each thing. And this has 2 thicknesses. and they all have 2 thicknesses. And so I did reinforce these. And I don't really like how it looks, but I think once I get everything inside, it might be okay. Otherwise, I will figure out something else. But I needed to reinforce these so they were a little bit stronger. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. I didn't have a nice pretty pink in a plain washi. So I may have to go back and change something with this. I'm not sure. I could ink it up, probably. Not sure. It's kind of weird. I think it'll go together pretty well. So I had all of these papers left over from what I had printed, and I think I did print a couple more pieces. I have these little pieces if I want to use those for tags or whatnot. But I did pre-cut these to cover the pockets. I don't remember what order I had these in. I think I wanted the little guys in the middle. Real simple. Just covering the pockets. And again, I'm going to have to do something with that. I just don't know what. Thankfully, nothing that I'm going to do here now. Oh man, if my ATG gun runs out, it probably will too, but oh well. I hate changing it on camera. But I wasn't quite to where I could use it up today earlier because I was really busy with work and some other things going on. So I did not with work, I'm sorry, just with some other obligations today and things. Actually, today I got to go to a nice little birthday party. So that was fun. And nope, the party was yesterday. Yesterday I got to go to a nice little birthday party. Oh my goodness, I'm really... Anyway, I guess I got a little bit flustered. The birthday party was fun. It was for one of my little buddies. And lots of kids there, lots of noise. And it was great. It's fun to do these things now that my kids are grown. And I don't have grandchildren, so I love going to get-togethers with some of the families I work with and some of the kids I work with, and also with some of my some of the families that I don't work with, but they were friends of my kids when they were in school. So it's always a joy to spend time with littles of kids I knew when they were little or when they were teens. It's really, boy, that's crooked, but it's really stuck now. Nope, not going to adjust it. We're just going to go with it and hope nobody notices. Okay, so tell me about your week. Did you have a good week? Last week? I think I did. It went by pretty quickly. I had an earache one day, which was not fun, and had to miss part of a day of work, which I don't like to do, but I guess that's why I'm thankful I have sick pay when I do have to miss work. But I just don't like using it. I always thinking, I need to save it for a rainy day. That's not where I wanted that one. See, I didn't put them in the right place. Oh well, nobody's going to care. Okay, I meant to put that guy over here and this one in the middle since it was late and those were dark. Okay, so I've covered those pockets. And this is going to be my front. I don't have anything for this back. Well, here we go. What I'm going to do now is, I apologize, this is not Scrapbooking with Me paper. At one point, I had probably 50 sheets of this gingham type print, plaid print, I don't know what you want to call it. So it was in one of my scrap piles, and I cut it down. These were a weird shape. These were like 9 by 12, I think, and I don't know what I had them for, but I cut them down to the right size for this. Edge the edges a little bit. I am thinking that, and I've looked through Missy's shop and through Scrapbooking with Me shop, and maybe it's there and I just haven't seen it. I would love to have seasonal papers like this, like with 4 or 5 colors in a plaid or a gingham. And I like the big gingham like this and the little gingham. So I'm just putting that out there to the digital paper creators. out there, and Miss E especially, I would love to have assorted ginghams for winter, spring, summer, fall. That would be a lot of fun because I use it a lot. And this was handy, so I apologize for not using strictly Miss E paper. Hopefully it's going to be okay. So I'm just going to, I'll put this first one down. Again, this folio should be plenty sturdy because it has 2 layers of cardstock. Plus, I'm going to run out. Don't run out on me. Let me get these big pieces on before you run out. Okay? I talk to it like it's my friend and like it'll listen, right? It is my friend, but it's not a friend that listens. It's a friend that occasionally tells me that it doesn't want to work right. It occasionally tells me that it doesn't want to open or close. So, okay, I'm just going to slide that on there. I can't quite see. I hope I'm on camera. I think I am. Okay, so a little bit on each side and a little bit on the top and bottom. Put that down. Next page. Most of this is going to be covered. I don't have a page for this, but most of this is going to be covered. So I have a page for one of them. I'm not sure which page. I think I have a page for this one and this one. Nope, I have a page for the front and the back, so I need a page for that inside one, and I will find it. Look at, am I going to get these big pieces on? We shall find out. I'm a risk taker. I'm not a risk taker at all. I'm a big old chicken. When it comes, I do not live life recklessly. I want everything planned out. I want to know what's going to happen next Tuesday at 3 o'clock, and I want to know what's going to happen today, and I don't like surprises. So I do not fly by the seat of my pants in anything but paper crafting. So, and even then I struggle now with this piece. This window's a little bit, or this flap is a little bit smaller, so it's not going to quite be the same, but I think it'll work. It's going to be covered anyway. Over here for this one. And again, don't run out, don't run out. Look how close we are. I don't have any big things to tape anymore, so I think I'll be okay. Definitely need to reload it. Ah, see, there it is. There's the end. All right, it's going to work because I don't want to load it on camera. So, where's my plan B? I'll use my handy dandy little other one. I have score tape too. I could use that, but I'm feeling lazy. Not want to go get anything and not want to cut score tape. I mean, I have score tape like right there in my little cubby thing. Can you see it? A little score tape. I should just pull it out, but that would be no fun. I didn't even center my camera very good today. Oh well, here we are. Okay, so are you a planner? I'm a planner. I'm a planner coach. I teach other people how to use calendars and to-do lists and all that kind of stuff to keep organized. I would show you mine, but mine's sometimes it's pretty and sometimes it's a hot mess. I used to always just not use whiteout or anything because I didn't like the look out of it. Well, lately I've been using whiteout. I don't like to show it off right now, and sometimes I have to be careful. I try really hard not to put students I work with, even by initial, in my planner because of confidentiality, but so I just don't show my planner very often. I show you the outside because it's really cool, but and I'll show you the stickers I'm going to use in it, but I can't show. Okay, so now we have the front, the middle, the back, and these were just pockets where I scored here and here and here, cut there and there, and flipped them over so that they have a little bit of room to hold those other things. This was a stamp. I have no idea what stamp it was. Roses. And I just used some sort of blush, Tim Holtz color, and stamped it just to give that some texture. I was going to do that on the outside, but I wanted a little more. So, okay, so I want to do this one with the one I wanted on the front. And I used a oval cutter and cut these two images. I did not mean them both to have bunnies, though. Oh well. So I see, don't you like how that looks? I really like how it looks. So that's what I did. I don't think I'm going to put a closure on this either. I think it's going to be just one that stays like this. I was trying to decide if I want ribbon. Because if I wanted ribbon, I would want it to be underneath there. And underneath there. I think I do want ribbon. So how am I going to do that? I don't want it to go around here. I think I just want it on here. Do I have a piece that long, or did I cut it out? I don't think I left it out. Did I leave any? I thought I had some ribbon out. And I didn't. Oh. Nope. Nope, don't like it. Okay. So, will that be good enough if I do it right there and right there? Will that be enough to tie? Nope. Okay, scratch the ribbon. I wasn't going to use it anyway. So, I am going to just, I'm not going to 3D this. I want this to be a fairly flat project. Just because it would be easier to store and easier to mail. And since I'm putting bunnies on this, I may use this as an Easter one, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I really should be using my score tape. So I just put glue on to just give it that little bit of extra. A lot of adhesives, if they get hot, not so much Creative Memories and not so much score tape, but some adhesives, if it gets hot, it'll just fall right off. Like extreme heat. And I know this because one of my friends spent some time down in Texas or Florida. I can't remember which. And she normally just uses adhesives like Hermafix or the different types of adhesive when she scrapbooks. And when she was somewhere, it was super, super hot. And her adhesives just didn't stay stuck. When it got that hot, I guess the adhesives just kind of, everything just, the pictures and stuff will just start falling off your pages. So, plus I like the extra security when you're doing 3D items and stuff. Sometimes the score tape and stuff, you just need that little extra. And I also like putting art glitter glue or Barely Arts glue on top of tape. If I think I might have to adjust it, because sometimes that little bit of glue gives you the flexibility to adjust it a little bit. These should be the same size because I used a circle cutter, so, or an oval cutter. All right, now it looks kind of silly because those are both there, but I want that to be the front and the back. So, do I have another piece big enough to cut a one there? How big is that? Now I gotta see. How big are you? Not quite. I don't think any of these are wide enough. So, let's grab the widest one. Maybe that one. It's going to go on the inside, so it's going to be slightly smaller. I know that's going to look really silly, but now I have to get my cutter out again. Okay, so, not so smart that I didn't have a piece of paper big enough, but I really want to use. Yeah. Okay. I'll just grab my cutter out, and hopefully I can do this without making a mistake since I have witnesses. We shall see. Okay, so I used this one, so I better use the smaller one. Just gotta kind of see where I'll be sitting here. See, again, this has a little sharp blade. My husband wouldn't approve. Okay, I gotta kind of look. That side's okay. I'm just trying to line up and see where the blade is. Oh, it's going to be tight. I'm going to scoot it just a hair this way. All right, do or die. And of course, the weather here has been cold, so my arthritis is not cooperating on using this today. It doesn't want to. Did I get it all? I did. Woohoo! Okay, so then I pull this out without hurting myself. Okay, got it. Okay, that is done. Move this so I don't get glue all over my cutting mat. My other cutting mat. And it looks like I'll need a little more. Okay, this one is not going to be the same size, but like I said, it's not going to show unless you're looking at the whole back. So we're going to call it good. Okay, so that one is going to be the front cover, back cover, front cover. This one's going to be in here. So I think it'll be okay. Let's hope. How am I doing on time? Oh, 20 minutes. Look at that. This is going to be a nice, fairly short one. Haha. Not done yet, right? I will. Anyway, I did want to get this one finished because I don't want to keep you guys to more than 3 videos for one project. But like I said, I don't like to do long videos. I don't do lives. Everybody says you need to do lives. Yeah, I don't like to do lives. But I know I need to. I just don't. I did do one live with Ginger the cat lady. And it was just a chat and visit while we crafted on whatever. That was kind of fun, but it wasn't my responsibility. She had to be in charge of it all, so that made it a little bit better. Okay, so now we have front, back, and side cover. And then we're going to go put some stuff in here. So where's my things? I got to close this up before I lose anything. So I'll put that away. And I'm not putting any buttons. I might do something on the front, but I don't think so. I think I like it just plain. I'm not a junk journaler. If you've not watched me before, you'll know I'm not a junk journaler. I'm a scrapbooker, but and a card maker. I still don't like this, but I don't know what else to do. I don't think I can ink it up. I think I'm just going to have to go with it. I'll have to think on that. Okay, so where's my folios? Okay, so the folios are just going to slide in here. I think. How do I want them? Probably, I don't know. I think that one's probably better for the middle. Let's try. Make sure I get it in there all the way. With these, I should have made gusseted pockets and I didn't. So I have to make sure that it goes to the front so it will slide all the way down. I should not have put that bottom seam on there, because then it does not want to go down. There we go. There it went. Boy, I'm making a mess. Okay. So when you have that bottom flap, it doesn't really want to go down. So let's try it again. That one going. I was not thinking when I did this. Watch me rip it. Okay, let's think about this. Maybe if I put these in here, then it'll slide all the way in. Yep, there it goes. Smart! Learn something new. First of all, don't put a bottom seam on these pockets. Okay, this one I think will go in because this one is slightly thinner, so maybe it'll just slide right in. Yep, that one just slid right in. Okay, so I might make tags. I might put a couple tags on here, maybe on this one. Okay, so let's see if it closes up nicely. Ooh, barely. So I might need to do something to seal it. Maybe an elastic band. Maybe an elastic band will work. Because I had ribbon, didn't use it. I'll have to think about that. Okay, so maybe I'll put a bow or something up here or some roses. Trying to look and see what I had handy. None that I want to use on this. I don't think. Yeah, I should have put... I guess I could just get... I could just wrap it several times. Do, 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 do. Thinking in my Jeopardy song. Let's see, that has to be... Let's see. I'm just getting some ribbon down off of a high shelf. Thankfully, I don't need a ladder. Let's see if I can find the ribbon I was using. I keep it out. Yeah, what do you do with your ribbon? I have a really hard time. It's a lighter shade, but it'll work. I have way too much ribbon. I have started taking it off the spools because they say instead of having a big spool like this, taking up all that room, you can store the same amount in this one little piece, right? But man, when you have literally hundreds of rolls, it just doesn't seem like I'd ever have time to craft if I went and did that. So I should hire some young teen. Wish I'd put that on before. So I think I'll just make sure I have enough to wrap it around a couple of times. Because I want to wrap it a couple of times and then tie it. That should be good. Don't use your good scissors, Kathleen. Okay, so I want this part here. So just roll it and roll it. I think I want it right there, actually. So I think that would look okay. Real simple. And I could always put the bow so it's there. Probably would do that. So I do. Okay, so let's just open it up. Take another look at it. There's the front. There's the back. These are plain. Hindsight, obviously, I should have gone even a little bit thicker on this. A little bit wider. I should have gone maybe 3/8 instead of 2/8 of an inch. So go like that. You have this pretty folio in here. There's that. 3 folios. See there, I stuck that out again. Why, oh why did I do that? Because I'm a glutton for punishment. Okay, so that's a look at my finished project for my Kindness is Free. This is, I will probably do something else, maybe with my scraps, maybe a card or something next week. See, I don't even have those in there all the way, I don't think. Do that. This should slide right in. Right? Oh my goodness. Yep, there we go. Okay, so then I can take these out and slide this over. And, oh, I just brought that up. Okay. That's not quite down, so I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, so I could add some more to this, but this is how I think I'm going to end it. It's kind, I did not get that in there right. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that is my little trifold folio holder. And again, I would make it bigger next time. Pretty simple. Okay, so I decided I wanted to put the bow here. So I'm going to wrap it around like this. Maybe tie it like right here. If I decide to do a different closure, I'll do that in a follow-up video, on a follow-up of something. Okay, so there's my pretty little folio. This is the Kindness is Free paper collection. There were pages, there was ephemera, there were pockets, and there were those cool words that I still haven't used all of. This is what I'll probably put in those envelopes. So there's all of those. I will keep those because I can use these on other projects. I printed a few extras things, a few extra pages, but I really used almost everything. I mean, I have just these few pieces, miscuts. Some of these were just miscuts that I could stick in like it as a bookmark. Some of these I could use. I could make a bookmark out of that or something and stick them in. But I really didn't end up with very much extra, even though I printed a couple more things. See, I can use those for something. That would make a pretty flap. Okay. And I keep saying I'm just going to save all these scraps and compile a project and make them with my scraps. Haven't done it yet. May not do it, but it's a fun idea, right? Those are the things I cut because I was going to use them and didn't. So those will get set aside for another project. And this will get set aside for another project. So thank you for visiting my channel. I am Kathi Lee, Crafting with Kathi Lee. Hit that like button if you'd like. Hit the subscribe. Go check out Scrapbooking with me, both the Etsy store and the online web store. Remember, there's also pre-orders right now on the Tim Holtz palette, however you say that, collections. Yellow, green, and a brown just came out, and the pre-orders just started, and they'll ship in March. So those are in the shop. There's also all sorts of digitals. In the next, I'll probably do, like I said, one more project with this Kindness is Free for next Sunday. No, next Sunday's the 1st of March. So, nope, this will be my last project with this. So, this was the Kindness and Free collection, and it's been so much fun to work with. And I thank Scrapbooking with me, Miss E, for having me on her design team. I hope she forgives me for being a hot mess most days. But, so the Kindness is Free craft along. If you search hashtag SWME, Kindness is Free, that'll bring up some of the videos. Or if you just do Scrapbooking with me, SWME design team, some other designers might come up with their videos. And also you can check out their web address or their YouTube names in the description of this video. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you watching. I hope you come back again soon. I do have some more projects coming up, both for the Scrapbooking with me design team and another couple of design teams I'm on, and also looking forward to doing some Easter projects. Have a great day, a great night, whatever it is where you are, and come back again soon. This is Kathi Lee. See you next time.